Hello, so this is a game between 10Q players on IGS where white won by half a point. Let's have a look. Black is playing a Komoko and a Takamoko, that's quite interesting to see. Then black decided to attack the top left corner. It's more interesting in this position to attack the bottom because now already black got 2 stones against 1 on the bottom side. So if we play the most basic Joseki here, it feels very good for black to develop the Moyo in the direction of p4. So for white it's a bit questionable to play the Komoko facing the outside, because in this case black is happy to take the lower right corner so he can attack next at A or B. But well, black decided to attack the top left corner, and in this case white could just ignore and make a Shimari in the lower right. So now there is no more opportunity for black to punish the direction of play early on. For black it's also okay to play the low approach, and when white defends either d5 or d6, then attack the top left corner. This would be a good order because again black is preventing the corner enclosure first. So now we have the low and tight pincer, which leads to somewhat complicated Josekis, but let's see what happened here. So black attach on the outside. That's actually a rare move. Usually it's the attach inside the corner in the Sansan, and the reason is for black to separate white stones. So now if white Hane under, black will pull back. White can play a tiger mouth or a 2-space jump. Then black goes out with Kosumi, threatening to put pressure on the left at d12 or to hit the vital point in the top at f17. So if white defends the left side to prevent the d12 pressure, then black will hit the key point in the top. So now white has to find the Suji and crawl in order to stay alive in the corner. It's also possible to go down and then jump out. And this is actually rare. Normally white goes out with a Keima or an Ogema like this, and then black puts pressure on the left side. Now here white can think about jumping or sacrifice that move, the stone on the left side. It's possible to discard c13 in order to take Sente and play away. For example, Shimari here again. Now some other common Joseki is when black plays the attach in the corner, it's to cut right away at c16. In this case we have a local fierce fight, and this sequence is actually quite okay for black because he's developing the Moyo in the top side. So it's nice to extend towards r16 corner. Therefore white is not going to cut like that. Maybe in this case white can choose Hane and 2-space extension. Now the idea with this Joseki is that white develops fast both on the left and the top side. But in this case black ends in Sente, so again black can approach the lower left corner. With some of the Kakaris possible, all these moves are available: high approach, low approach, far and close. So that's another basic pattern. And another very common Joseki is to play the 2-space jump for white right away. Now here black will bump, then take the vital point to secure the corner. White extends for a base, either low or high. White can also choose to play on the 4th line so he doesn't end up flat. Then black secures the corner and white extends again. But again black got Sente, so black can approach the lower left corner to prevent the Shimari. These are very common patterns. Now if black wants to go for the outside instead of attaching the corner, it's more interesting to play Keima instead of the attach, because now when white connects under, black will no be first, then push, block once, and extend in the top. Probably in this case can consider the L17 extension, so it's pretty nice distance between the corner and the wall on the left side. Some other josekis that can be played when white is going with for the low and tight pincer, black can consider the jump on the second line to keep white separated, and in this case white will go with Kosumi, sorry, with Keima, black goes out with Kosumi between the groups, white can extend in the top, and in this case black will pincer the stone on the left side. If white extends on the left side, either low or high, or can be just Keima, well, most of the time it's just C10, then black can attack from the top, H17, and now we have several options, attach and go out to separate black stones, and black has this kind of cut in the corner because now black wants to settle the corner. So if white captures one stone, black just fixes the corner again. This is a safe corner, and now white got the base on the left side, and white being center will probably start attacking the two weak stones in the top. But already this kind of joseki comes to an end, so black can play away again, like approach this corner or make a shimari in the top right. Another variation here is for white to play the hane under, then black will bump, white will cut in the top, black goes atari here, white extends, black captures a stone in the corner, and white extends in the top. So what happened here, white gave up the stone in the top, but I mean in the corner, to catch the one in the top. So like this, again, black is settled in the corner, white is settled on the outside. So it's a pretty even result. So this is the variation where black chooses to fight on the second line with the splitting move. Another option for black is to play Kosumi, because this Kosumi towards the center, so the Kosumi it's in the direction of the low stone, not in the direction of the high stone, because if black plays this kind of move, white can still attach and connect under. So when black tries to cut, this will happen and white is linked. That's why black plays the Kosumi in the other direction, towards the third line stone. This is a good rule to remember, because now if white tries to link under, it doesn't work anymore. Black has the Atari and go down, and in this case white can't play the cut any longer, so white needs to protect, then black can turn on the other stone or hane in the top and just go for outside thickness and eventually extend from the wall. So now back to this. This is a rare move, and in general if black plays like this, white should just push and connect under to keep the corner safe, and then black needs to extend in the top. But for white the shape is quite nice on the left side, and this corner is pretty big, so white is happy with the result. The corner points will be bigger than the territory black takes in the top. So this would be quite decent in the end, but white decided to cut, so that's an overplay. And black plays hane under. In this case, black should cut right away. You gotta cut where you can cut. So if white extends in the corner to secure, black has the ladder, then white has to play Atari under and go out of the corner. But this way black ends in center, so again black can attack the lower left corner. Now if white decides to play Atari and go for outside influence, well, that's an option too, but white will lose the corner. Black has a Tetsuji here to capture all the stones in the corner faster. Well, these last few moves are caught threats for white, so white doesn't have to play them immediately. But anyway, in this case, white goes for some outside thickness, black captures the 3 stones in the corner, then white can play away. So black missed an opportunity to make some territory in this corner by cutting. On this Hane, it feels comfortable for white to connect at d16. Atari first is okay, then connect. So now it feels bad for black to have d15 there. It looks like a peep instead of a cut. So next time, gotta cut and then fight. Cutting here is fine. Then capture the top stone. But the turn is no need. That stone in the top will die anyway. So now black should go in the corner and descend. If white wants to escape in the top with a push, black and a Hane, Atari go out, and then on this Atari, black extends and white just dies inside. So there's no need to turn right away, because on this turn, white can Hane in the top, and then black needs another move to capture the top stone. So white grabs the corner in center and it's pretty big, and then white can play away. White added another move in the corner, but this is actually no need, because if white Hane, now the corner is safe, and even if black later tries to extract that d15 stone, white's corner is still okay. So let's say white plays away and black comes out. So in this position, white can attack the 2 heavy stones, or simply connect under with a Keima, and then black is simply on the run. Not interesting for black to create this kind of group and run out. So now black is center. That's a pretty big move to take the Shimari in the top right corner, but still it feels more urgent to attack the lower left corner first, because now white already starts building a lot on the left side, but even so white is focused only on one side, so black develops the top, the bottom and the right in the meantime. So even if in the top locally it felt that black failed a little bit in the fight, overall it still looks okay for black. Because white ended up over concentrated in the top left corner. So white decides to take away the Shimari. That's a good play. Black goes for outside thickness with this move. Attach and wedge. This is a bit unusual. Normally Hane in the head of the stone here, or simply extend. There's a very Joseki when black extends, a very simple one. Where black goes for outside thickness. And white takes the corner like this, then white should play a move to refute that potential. Now black Hane is also very good in this case, because if white cuts, black can Atari, then extend, white needs to connect under, and the ladder works towards the top left corner. Then white usually attaches, pulls back, and this Joseki comes to an end. So again, white grabs the corner, black goes for outside thickness. Which it's a bit unusual. Atari under seems fine, then connect solid, but here black should clamp, and then Atari again. Like this, white is low on the second line, and in this position black can already tenuki. If white plays Atari under, black will block this way. If white decides to go for a capture, black is happy to sacrifice 2 stones in order to get some outside forcing moves and then extend from the wall. Well, in this case it's good to put pressure a couple of times and then extend to the middle of the side. So for white it's not interesting to kill 2 more stones in the corner. Playing q3 it's a little bit soft because white can block and it feels good for the corner. So should go for the clamp. Let's see what other moves white can play here. How about Atari and then connect. this is a better way to punish black for his overplay on the wedge move, because now when black covers, white can just capture the two stones, and then when black no b, white can go out. Black will probably go down once to threaten the escape in the corner, but here white can protect, and then black needs to approach the corner or extend from the wall. But already on the right side, white got a lot of territory, so r5 has been punished. Another option, Atari go down connect. When black captures this stone, white simply goes out, so now the p4 stone is hurt. It's important for white to extend out first, and then when black goes in the corner, white can Atari from the outside and extend from the wall. And if black goes out again, white can block the corner in center and then go out between the groups. So again, p4 suffers. Well, like this, black got away with his overplay. So now, finally, the lower left approach. White pincers, okay. It's playable. Nice idea to jump out and counter pincer. Here black can also play just the shoulder hit. Usually on this pincer, black can think about putting pressure with Keima. Then Atari, play the tiger mouth, give up the stone on the left side. White can play like this or Kosumi. Then black protects the bottom area. So it's a trade Joseki. Both white and black capture one stone. So jump, counter pincer. Interesting Tsuke. Normally, white can just go out, and then black will push several times, and then we have a little fight on the bottom side, and it's a running battle in the end. But like this, white induces to build the left side. So Tsuke, Hane on top. When white blocks like this, black should also Atari under, because when white connects right away, this is already a heavy shape, and now black has time to protect solid. So white might just block and fight a ko in order to get a flexible formation. Playing this move, white can go down pretty soon to create I shape. So black should Atari first. Now if white counter Ataris, black will take, and then if white connects somehow up or down, or Atari once and then connect, black can link under, which is also very comfortable for black. So white goes out and black tries to fix the corner. That's very good. Here white can consider the Hane and keep the chase going. But I think white is just happy to capture one stone and go for the left side. It's not too bad either. But this double up seems a little bit soft. Normally, white can think about increasing the moyo like this. Because even if, so let's say white plays this move to expand the moyo on the left side. And even if black goes Hane and then cut, white can sacrifice one stone in order to keep the entire box on the left side. So white played a solid double up defense instead, and black got a big point. Actually here black can go all the way to r11, because from r11 black has a follow-up at s8. So when playing this kind of approach, white might jump out, and then black should think about moves to reduce the left side. For example, a one space jump here, threatening to expand the top and go into the left, it's a good option. White might turn, and then black can play shoulder hit and jump. So the left side starts to become low. Anyway, good direction of play to extend from the top Shimari towards the right. So white feels the urge to invade the top. Black blocks, very good. Normally here white can Hane, Atari, and then extend to try to over concentrate black in the top area. Like this, the tiger mouth is really good for black. Now white should just jump out. It's too heavy to connect the stone right away. Black can continue the attack with a Keima. Playing this Kosumi to threaten the base allows white turn and jump out faster. But white blocked instead. White can also attach here and then pull back and then extend even further. So on the block, black can still take the key point, so white is under a lot of pressure. When black pushes like this, white can tiger mount, and that's quite convenient. Or simply one space jump to go out. If black pushes again, white has the turn, then Hane and Nobi. So white can go out with some good eye shape. This is a good move to threaten the eye shape. And white can think about the push to create some RG and then one space jump to go out faster. This feels a little bit heavy. A pretty good jump for black to increase the top right, but actually black can also jump from the top group in order to reduce the left side. White still needs a move around here to secure his group, and now black again can think about a shoulder hit to break the left. So black is white is threatening those cuts, but black can connect in the top. If white cuts O16, black has Atari, then jump in the top, so the two stones are pretty much captured. No way out. This group will die inside. So it's no need for black to connect up and allow white capture one stone, because now white can fix ice right away. Gotta protect here and keep the pressure, so white has to jump again. That way black lost some points, and also there is no more attack on the group. So black finally found a move to reduce the left side. That's very good. Also very obvious for white where to defend to keep most of the left. And white is trying hard to reduce more, but that's a little bit questionable. White has a peep here, then a block, and jump like this. So here black is actually separating white's groups. So in fact, black should jump again towards the bottom area because of the agi. So white might play another move to fix and then enter the left side. Attach, Nobi, bump, and then jump out. This is a much safer way to fix the group on the left. Now here white could Hane under or cut right away, then Atari, and take the Punuki. Nobi and cut, it's a bit more dangerous. So in this case, black should Hane in the head of two stones. White has a problem with liberties here, so white is forced to play the empty triangle. Now black can just push down several times. White will be okay on the left side, but he's got problems in the top now. So black still managed to break the left this way, which feels good. Well, simply Nobi, white can connect under and it's fine. That's a good move too. That was a vital point earlier for black. So black goes out to connect. And here white should, yeah, this attack is fine. White should Nobi from the left, because now white will catch the two stones on a large scale and black might add another move to stay safe and connected in the top. And here white is center, so I can continue with these moves and block r3. That's a pretty big move, threatening to invade o3. So Nobi, then jump out. Black and Atari once and push, and then jump in the center or separate. Because if white cuts here, black has a way out. So this would be a more active way to defend. Simply going out, white can still extend on the left side to increase that area and threaten the group. Better play Atari and then Nobi to get ahead. Because when white plays the Hane, black will block with a tiger mount. And there is no cut working here. Black has the ladder that comes in the direction of the black stones, so it's all fine. It's better shape to get ahead instead of just double up, because when black gets ahead here, white also needs to connect to the top. Otherwise, when white plays away, black can play a move to surround those 3 stones on the left side, either like this or this kind of net. So no way out for white now. White got captured in the middle. Now let's see what happened later in the game, because the game got pretty close, and this kind of jump is a little bit random. For black to play like this and connect that line, it's better in order to fix the box on the right side. A move like that doesn't do much because white can jump again in the middle, so it looks more like a neutral point. Also, it's interesting to play the S3 move and connect, because now white might feel a little bit in danger, so white will probably push along to fix his group. Then black can jump in the middle, so it's more interesting to go for this bottom box. There is more value in the moves on the second and first line towards the end than these jumps in the center many times. Black can push again, and one more time, and then protect this way to enclose the middle on a larger scale. If you just play Keima this way and white turns, then white plays the peep. It's a bit painful, and in the end, black has less territory on the bottom. So here black can push again. In center, Keima once, then play on the left side, Hane and Nobi, to prevent the block at c18. That's a bit too much. Simply pull back and white connects under and keep center. White can actually Atari and connect and kill everything. So black loses more points this way. Instead of connecting the ko, white should Hane in the top. If black captures one stone, it's not such a big deal, but now black has to come back and protect. So white builds more points by blocking c18 than filling the ko, which is just 1 point in this case. Again, white can think about this move, because black has to protect here and then fix the corner. So white play really conservative in this area. Interesting attempt to try a cut. Tac, it's a double Atari. So if black connects, white can try to cut, but there's a double Atari, so it doesn't work. Well, this move is some preparation, and then protect. Okay, so black is solid now. The way to protect here, it's actually just this kind of block Kema. It's also possible to play the Kema cut. Then if white Atari is from behind, black will play this way and push along. So this would be a little more active. If white connects, black pulls back and white dies inside. So yeah, black actually should consider 07. This way, black is giving up more points. And now Kosumi would work. Allow one more push and then connect. And here, that's a pretty good move, but hanging connection would be even better. Now on this kind of move, black can just block. And when Atari, black can just leave it, play away. Because Atari here, black connects, white captures, black takes back. And if white takes one more stone, this will end up gote for white. And if white plays one capture here, black will block anyway. So Atari first, then connect. Now cut, and white got profit in center here, capturing 2 stones. And white already also managed to block in the corner. This is very big. Black doesn't need to descend right away. Black can play the Kema once. So this blocks white's Kema at S11. Then Kosumi to damage some points in the center. Actually, this Kosumi was played later, and the push. Also, this is dangerous. Black Atari J2 is very big. So white doesn't descend in center. This Q2 feels like a center move, but white can ignore for now. He doesn't need to block right away. And he did. But playing the Han is not so big. Kema here on the second line would be nice, and then try to reduce the middle. Or the top area, rather. Black can push first, then Atari, and then capture. Because like this, white can steal Atari from behind, so the capture is smaller. But after the push and Atari, white doesn't have forcey moves there, and white still needs to do something about the bottom, like go down. Otherwise, if white plays away, let's say some moves around the middle, and block here, black has Atari here and capture 2 more stones. If white connects, black captures everything. So already there's a difference of a few points here. Oh, wait a moment. So black got this Atari on the second line eventually. In center, very good. This jump, it's so-so. Still bigger to play the Kema on the second line and then Kosumi to secure the top right. Because if white plays a move like this, black can still push in center, push again, peep, and in the end, these are only 2 extra points. But black gets a lot on the right side this way. So white managed to dive in. And now the territory got smaller. Well, here white overplayed. This cut doesn't work for 2 reasons. First of all, black can capture 2 stones in the middle, but black can also Atari and go down. So now it will capture the stones on the side, which is bigger than taking the middle. So instead of Atari under, got an Atari in between and push through. If white plays something like this, no B, and the stones on the right side are still dead. Now when white plays this Atari, it's an overplay. White should just play here and then push. On this Atari, black can connect with a snapback. So this way it's still threatening to catch those stones in the top right. So when white comes out, oops, black can capture another stone. If white connects here, black covers and kills 3 more stones. So this would be a winner regarding the fact that white won by half a point If this happens, black makes a few extra points in the top, so it will reverse the score. And white manage all that combination in center. Yeah, this is proper. Instead of turning, black can jump. Then white will push and block. If white doesn't turn and plays away, then black can immediately push in center and damage more points. Then push here, Atari, and eventually connect. So this will threaten the life and death situation on the side. Hane is good in center. Oh, instead of playing the turn, black can go down and extract those 2 stones. Now, black can connect under, and after white plays all these Ataris, white has to come back and protect. This will be another way to win the game towards the end. Because when black turns, white captures 2 stones, and white builds 4 points here, plus a few extra points here. So this is a 6 points difference, instead of just go down and connect. Now, white is not going to Atari and everything in Gote. We'll just leave the position like this in Sende and play away. But still, it's a difference of 6 points, so again, black could win the game there. It's bigger for black to connect the K2 stone and allow the Hane connect in the top. Because after white captures K2, white can also play Hane under L1. But in the top, oh, this move it's no need. It's better to play the Kosumi threatening to save the stone. And anyway, black is connected, so if black connects K2 and white tries to separate on the right, black has the Atari and connect, so there's no way to worry about anything. Preparation to save 1 stone, but that ended up Kote. Not so big. This is also small. Okay, that was... So white captures the stone in the top, black should protect the bottom. If white captures the stone on the right, black has this move on the first line, so white has to push and take, and this will end up Gote and there is no more center follow-up for white. But if white captures the bottom stone, which happens now, there is a follow-up at L1, so black should go down here to prevent that center. Black plays away, now white can Hane, and if black blocks, white starts a Ko, so black has to Nobi. And in this case, white has Atari here, push again, and later it's Atari, 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 so black needs another move to protect in this area. Because if black takes Gote, white will capture some more stones. So now it's a disaster. So white blocked for 1 point, but white should Hane. If black tries to cut, white will Atari first and jump, looking for eye space, and then eventually come back and connect on the neutral points. This turn doesn't make any points, better go down. If white plays here, black can Atari. If white goes down, black can take the Ko. If white pushes once, black will block, so this turn it's about 1 point. Now, if black knows that he's slightly behind, he should risk the Ko, because anyway there's nothing to lose. But it's really difficult to estimate accurate where this move is threatening the Ko. But actually black can just go down, and if white connects, black will make an extra point at F1. So that way black can win by half a point. Playing like this, which threatens the Ko fight, white of course will protect, but then black builds 1 point less. That was quite proper. Hane connect is Gote. Yeah, better go down, threatening to Atari, or push here and then the push it center, or block this way to make the 2 points and then capture the Ko in center. So when white plays away, black has the Ko in center, so it's another point. Like this, white can push in center H14. And white shouldn't block the field the Ko right now. white can play Han and connect in center with in Gote, which is 2 points. Then Han and connect here. Still some margin in this area, but for now it's okay. Then what are the points? If no more points, then white fills a call, black fills a call. Oh, and this Atari at G8 white could play or anytime. Instead of going down, Atari Cente, and then, oh, anyway, descent here, it's not so important yet, because there is still the 2 points move on the side. And this T2, it's only 1 point. So actually like this, white can win by 2.5. But also black, oh, that's very risky because of the double Atari. So black better plays here, here, and then connects later on. White doesn't have to protect. Double Atari directly. If black captures the core, everything will die. So black needs to protect in the top and then loses more points in the middle. And then the core doesn't even matter. So white could win by a few points, but also if black just extracts the 2 stones in the top left, playing b15 or plays slightly better in the middle area when capturing the 2 stones, black could win this game by a small margin. Enjoy the review.